Smitty's my name, Quiplash is my game. And it's your game, assuming you paid for it. I hope you're all using your full legal names because this game will affect your credit rating. Here's round one. You'll see 2 prompts on your device. Answer them any way you want. Each answer will go up against someone else's answer, and everyone will vote on which they like most. It's simple. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it. Time's running out. Use a safety quip if you need it. Let's see what we got. Number 1 on the list, a really crappy nude calendar, The Men of Blank. Okay, choose your favorite. Next in the hopper, a name for a dating site for people over 80. Put in your votes. Moving on, the worst excuse Clark Kent has given Lois Lane so he could go change into Superman. Vote away. Next, the worst part about being under Dracula's thrall is that he's always making you blank. Get to voting. Next, the name of a support group for men who can't grow beards. Vote now. Coming up next, a mystery that Nancy Drew couldn't solve, the case of the blank. Ready, set, vote! Round one's done. Let's see who's in the lead. Round two is pulling into the station with double the points and bonuses. Folks in the audience can try the audience play-along while we wait for our players to finish. Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety clip. Cards on the table. Starting us off, what unicorn flatulence smells like. Okay, vote for your favorite. Next in line, an alternate name for meatloaf. Vote on your devices. messed up. Instead of, "It's alive," what Dr. Frankenstein yelled after making his 14th Frankenstein monster. Okay, vote. Next on the list, an interesting thing on RoboCop's job performance review. Needs to work on blank. It's voting time. And next is a job that doesn't exist, but surely would have the highest death rate if it did. And vote. Next one, a job you'd be surprised requires a urine test. Time to vote. Round 2's done. Let's see who's winning now. It's round 3, the last lash. I've got one prompt left, and you're all getting it. Invent the full phrase that goes with this acronym. Time to take a look. Okay, in round 3, you get to award 3 medals, gold, silver, and bronze. Have at it. Great, let's see where those medals ended up. Bronze. Here's the silver. And finally, gold. Great, let me just turn those medals into points for you. And we're finished. Show me those final scores. Hey there, I'm Schmitty. You might remember me as the host of Quiplash. Or maybe you just blocked me out. Very nice names. When my capybara finally gives birth, I'm going to name the pups after you guys. Time for round 1. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go! Use a safety quip if you can't think of anything. All right, let's get to it. Up first, warning, the government allows school lunches to contain up to 4% blank. Okay, pick your favorite. And next, the worst interrogation would have a good cop, a bad cop, and a blank cop. Ready, set, vote! Your next prompt is the title of an unreleased Air Bud movie. Get to voting. Next prompt, a text message that Jesus sends at 3 a.m. It's voting time. Moving on, in the future, robots will do everything for us, except blank. Vote now. Okay, next one. What the world's most obnoxiously trendy brunch restaurant would be called. Vote away. Up next, the hardest job to do while on roller skates. Okay, vote. That's round one. Let's see how the scores shook out. Now round two, where all points and bonuses are doubled. Oh, the drama. Almost out of time. Use the sneaky quip button if you have to. Let's start this show. Prompt number one is, you know you found your soulmate when you look them in the eye and they say blank. Okay, select your favorite quip. And next is what a drunk traffic reporter would say. And vote. Next up, indoor skydiving makes a lot more sense than indoor blank. Put in your votes. Next in line, an easy way to start a fire is to rub blank together. Vote on your devices. Next prompt, a warning that should come with every IKEA futon. Vote away. Moving on. A good sign your mechanic is ripping you off is that he says you need a new blank. Get to voting. And next, the worst thing to blurt out when watching a movie sex scene with your parents. Vote now. Round 2 is over. Let's see who came out on top. This is round 3, the last lash. One final chance to catch up, and everyone gets the same prompt this time. Complete this comic. Everybody's in. Decide who gets a medal. Okay, let's bring out those medals. Bronze. Here's the silver. And gold. Now we transform those medals into points. That's the end. Let's see the final scoreboard.
Wake up. Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a dark, dark reckoning. But it's also an affordable vacation for the whole family, if your family likes being murdered. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. There's still time to take your seat as an audience member. Sit back, relax, and maybe die. Doing presentations make me nervous, but I got through it. My public speaking teacher, Mr. Temmie, would be so proud. Now let's play. Okay now, first question. I got busted for using a fake photo on Tinder. You can imagine her surprise when I showed up instead of Frankie Muniz. Speaking of switcheroos, what lady is Cyrano de Bergerac wooing through the guise of another man? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, let's go someplace fun. Welcome to the killing floor. Let's play the finger-cutting game. I want your digits. Just some light humor. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. It's hard to mess this one up. Ah! Aim for the tendon. Good news! One less nail to cut. Here's everybody's scores. Don't get too obsessed with your numbers, though. It's mostly about the killing. Next question. So, I'm trying to update the headshots on my personal website, but... it says the file cannot be found. Which error message number am I getting? Time's running out. Who said this? The rest of you, I have a surprise for you. Welcome back to the killing floor. Let me ask you a question. Your life depends on how you answer. Why is Adam Sandler so popular? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick which of these answers you hate the most. Whoever wrote the answer with the most votes dies. Pick the answer that makes you go, oh hell no! I won't wait till the votes are in. Ooh, these words will look good on your headstone. So, I just killed you and you're totally a ghost now. But keep playing and I promise you can still win. Death is not the end. Just to prove this isn't a fever dream, here are the scores again. I've got more questions for you. Okay, here's something they don't teach you in any parenting book. According to Greek mythology, who was forced to sacrifice their daughter Iphigenia to the goddess Artemis? Who picked this one? The rest of you who are still alive, let's go someplace fun. Let's get all artsy-fartsy. And yes, you should probably feel some pressure right now. Molars. Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished. Now everyone gets to vote. Pick the drawing that you hate the most. Seriously, vote for the drawing that sucks. Go with your gut. Pick the worst drawing. The votes are in. This is democracy at work, people. I'm still thinking about how bad your drawing was. Let's try this again. Who painted girl with a pearl earring? Who picked this? Prepare for your punishment. Let's test your memory. Memorize the pattern. And done. Okay, we have a little bit of time to fill, so let me read you an excerpt from an interview Gary Sinise gave on the Tavis Smiley Show in 2011. His take on CSI New York. I have lots of friends who are wonderful actors. They like to be in my shoes, so I'm just gonna keep enjoying it. Okay, now back to the game. From left to right, what was the order of the colors? Last place will feel the pattern of my knife. Here's the pattern again, folks. How close did you get? It looks like you forgot what was at stake. Let's try another one. Oh, sorry, I'm on Instagram again. Aww, that's adorable. What's the term for when otters hold hands in a group? And the correct answer is this one. Let's play a game. You know what you can always count on? Math. Literally. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. The person who does the worst dies. Let's get this math party started. Oh crap, I forgot to put fractions in. You're almost there. Math it up. This was inevitable. I know, math is evil, even for me. If you think I'm outrageous, you should check out this Deadpool character. The things that come out of his mouth. He is not your typical superhero. How about this? Without cheating by singing Broadway lyrics, how many minutes are in a year? And the correct answer is this. I have a surprise for you. We're going to play chalices. I've given all the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in. Now it's your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from. My chalices are dishwasher safe, so please do a load if you're still alive at the end. Good to the last drop, if you know what I mean. Now let's see what everyone drank. Brace yourself. Nothing beats the smooth, refreshing taste of poison. Alright, next question. Singing. It's like screaming, but not as pretty. Luciano Pavarotti was what type of singer? Who said this one? You're in for a treat. Looks like someone wants to spin the loser wheel. Why aren't you spinning the wheel? I'm really confused. Oh, I just love it when she spins. Hard to beat those odds, and you didn't. Let's try another one. What's the point? Time's running out. Who picked this? Let's play a game. I want to play a dice game. I'll go first. 6. Now I need a little help from a safe player. You'll do. In order to live, should they roll higher or lower? The choice is yours. Whoa, that's not easy. What did they ever do to you? Roll lower than me or you die. I was so hoping this would happen. Oh good, we're just down to 1. Well, look who's still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Mortal Kombat characters. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers! You move forward 1 space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit! Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If the ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a 3rd choice to help them catch up to you. Close now. Australian cities. Beware of the darkness. Ernest Phelps. Are catching up! Character classes in Dungeons and Dragons. Here comes the next question. Signers of the Declaration of Independence. Escape before the others catch you. Here's another one. The Price is Right games. that contain hard-boiled eggs. Another life swap! The darkness approaches. Magic 8-ball messages. A bunch of smart people, huh? So many kills! Types of cheese. So much blood! Romance language. I don't like that at all. Another life swap. Games that require dice.
Welcome to TKO. I am the Tournament Master. Boy, if you told me 1,000 years ago I'd still be mastering this tournament. But the hours are good and I need the dental plan, so here we are. You'll have to use all your t-shirt design prowess to make it off T-Shirt Island alive. Or slip the boat guy $20 and he'll usually take you back. Jerry's a good guy. Every epic tale starts somewhere. Yours begins here, at the training grounds. You will use your device to draw 3 drawings. What you draw is of no consequence. I mean, it's of some consequence, but don't stress out, basically. Use the suggestion button if you're out of ideas altogether. Get your drawing fingers wiggling. It's time to draw. Those of you watching the tournament don't have to wait another 100 years to get in on the fun. Join the audience to submit suggestions and affect the game. Time is about to expire. You may want to finish up. Interesting. I get what you were going for with these, but this time I want to see more colors. Begin your second drawings. That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly. last drawing, let's get weird with it. Begin! Challenge complete. For your last exercise, you will write as many slogans or phrases as you can. These have nothing to do with your drawing, so just put those out of your mind. And don't let hubris consume you. Use a suggestion if you need one. Go! Keep writing, write like the wind. Only seconds remain. You really dug deep that time. The time for training is over. Have a look at your device. You have a series of drawings and slogans at your disposal. Choose one of each to make the best t-shirt champion that you can. Don't phone it in. Oh my, yes. The time is nigh. Let the tournament begin. Gauntlet 1. Versus... Fight. Fight by submitting your vote on your devices, that is. A new challenger appears. Battle! A new challenger appears. Attack! Versus fight. Versus engage one another in violence. Winners! Oh, I need a breather. Let's take a training break. Use your devices to enter one new drawing and as many new slogans as you wish. Break out that killer material you've been sitting on, probably. Go! If you didn't qualify for the tournament, don't fret. Simply join the audience to submit your suggestions and vote on your favorite shirts. Begin writing. The second gauntlet is upon us, and the withered hand of Lady Luck has shuffled your drawings and slogans. Create your new shirt warrior. Feel good about that, Well, we'll see. Gauntlet 2. Versus... Fight! Versus... Fight each other! Versus... Fight. A new challenger appears. Engage in an altercation. versus battle. Winners! The final gauntlet is here, and only the best shirts from the previous rounds remain. The tournament ends here. Versus attack. Versus fight. Versus attack. Champion. Finally, a go-to shirt for date night. Look out, ladies.
My name is Schmitty, and I'm going to be your best friend for the next 10 minutes or so, anyway. You know, it's not too often I see a group like this, thankfully. Time for round one. 2 prompts will appear on your device, which you can answer in any clever or not clever way you want. Everyone will choose between your answer and someone else's, and decide who wins. The more folks who choose your answer, the more points you get. Go! Let's take a look. Number 1 on the list, something you never want to hear a flight attendant say. Okay, select your favorite quip. Next, a name for a lingerie store targeted to very conservative women. Okay, vote. Moving on, what not to say to a date while you're on a paddle boat. Put in your votes. Moving on, finding money in an old pair of pants is great, but what's even better is discovering blank. Get to voting. Next in the hopper, the gross thing nobody knows about the Easter Bunny. Vote away. Round one's over. Let's check the scoreboard. Round 2 time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values. You heard me. Let's start this show. Starting things off, the name of the upcoming TV show starring men with big arms and tiny legs. Okay, use your device to pick your favorite. And next is, the most pointless volunteer work would be helping the blank. Vote on your devices. Your next prompt is the devil's biggest complaint about hell. Vote now. And next, the Wright brothers' first words after flying for the first time. And vote. Next up, the first thing the ugly duckling did after turning into a beautiful swan. Ready, set, vote! Round 2 is over. Let's see who came out on top. It's round 3, the last lash. I've got one prompt left, and you're all getting it. Come up with the full name for this act. Time to take a look. In this round, you've got 3 medals to give to your 3 favorite quips: gold, silver, and bronze. Choose wisely. The suspense is killing me. Let's see who got those medals. First, the bronze. Show me the silver. And gold. Medals are nice, but points are even nicer. So, we did it, you guys. Let's go to the scores.
Shut up.